Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be talking to you about cost of living in Saint John New Brunswick.
As many of you already have been asking us what is the cost of living, how you guys are managing your expenses and all that. In this video, we are going to reveal all of that for you. And make sure to watch this video all the way until the end, because we have a bonus tip in which we will be discussing how you can save some of the money living in Saint John New Brunswick.
So in today's video, we will be covering rent in Saint John New Brunswick, utility, Wi-Fi, mobile services, transportation services, grocery as well. So make sure you stay tuned. There will be a lot of information ahead.
All right, stay tuned and let's dive into it. So the first expense that we are going to be talking about is rent in Saint John New Brunswick. Over the years, rent has been increasing in Saint John New Brunswick. If some of you wondering what is the average rent for apartment in Saint John New Brunswick, we have made a specific video of apartment tour, which we will be linking up above here. Make sure to go ahead and watch that video after watching this whole video.
Yeah, please. So in that video, we showed you the tour of the apartment. So that apartment, we rented it from Killiam. It's a corporation for rent. And when we first came in, that rent was $1,195. We paid the damage deposit, which is up to 1 month of rent. And then we signed 1 year lease with them. It will show you how a 2-bedroom apartment rent would be and what are the things that you would find in a 2-bedroom apartment at that price of a rent. For some reason, the rent prices are going up, the house prices are going up. So your 2-bedroom apartment rent would be an average of 12 till 13, 15. That will be it will depend if it will include heat, if it will include utility. Our rent apartment was included the heat, but we were still paying utilities.
So utility for single couple, obviously it varies family to family. If you have more people living in the apartment, the utility cost is going to go up. If you are less people, then it's going to go down. But for a single couple like us, we use dishwasher, we use microwave, we use light. We are also working from home. That is another extra cost because you're using your computer, you're using your Wi-Fi and all that.
Lights on and everything.
Lights on and everything. So the average cost of utility for a single couple in Saint John is $30 to $60.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between that range. So the next expense, the big expense I would consider, and the most important expense, is grocery. You have to eat in order to survive, right?
Yeah.
So and especially in Canada, groceries are not cheap.
It's not, and I think because especially here in New Brunswick, we are paying 15% tax, right? And in Wisconsin, US, we used to pay 5%, and we were like, this is too much.
Anyway, the average cost of grocery is almost $600 for us because we are doing multicultural grocery. We cook Pakistani and Tunisian food all the time.
We really don't compromise a lot with our food. So we actually eat halal food, which is halal meat is more expensive than regular meat. We shop at Costco. A lot of couples who are just like 2 people and like few family members, they don't shop at Costco. But there are a lot of things for us at Costco is more convenient. Like the halal chicken is more cheaper at Costco and you buy in bulk, so you don't have to buy it every often. For us, we would just buy one thing and then we'll just buy that same thing after 6 months, like, you know, toilet paper, hand towel, stuff like that, right? So it always depends on the things that you prefer to do. Again, you could still just go to Walmart, buy the same thing, and then you would buy it regularly every month. Another option is a superstore, and Sobeys comes to the higher end. Like, they're a little bit expensive, but they have quality food as well. And then you could still buy things from Dollar Store, Dollarama. Like, they have a lot of canned food that we don't eat, but I know a lot of people could buy, you know, canned vegetable, canned meat, canned beans and everything they could still eat, and it's still good food at a, you know, value price.
So for us it's $600 for grocery, but for average Canadian couple, I'm very much sure that it's going to be way less than that.
Again, we say we cook a lot. We cook most of our meal at home, but then sometimes we just want to, you know, go out and have nice meals, right? So for the two of us, and again, we just eat halal food or seafood, then our meal average outside is still gonna be a little bit expensive than other people, but it's still convenient. Like, for both of us would have nice meal for $60, both of us, 70, it goes to 80 if we are like really dining in a nice restaurant.
Our next expense on the list here is transportation. Transportation is also very important. Saint John is very big city, so you cannot walk out all the time. You have to have some means of transportation to reach to your destination.
Especially in winter time, it's very hard to walk when there's a snow on the ground and everything. So
Saint John monthly transit pass is about $77 for adults. Obviously it's less if you are less than 18 years old, and then also if you don't have the pass, then per ride is $2.75, but we would recommend having a pass if you are using the transit. It's a little bit cheaper, and again, for kids it's less than that. For transportation, we personally would recommend buying a car because I think it's more convenient. Obviously, it comes with expense as well, like gas in it. You have to put gas. If you are new to Canada, we would recommend buy a used car, which is you can easily find a nice, decent car with $2,000. If it's working properly, why go buy a newer one? So you can buy a used car. Again, the gas is another expense for the car. So average gas for what we have a small Camry, which is 4-cylinder gas engine. So usually it costs us $85 whenever we fill up the whole tank. Then we have the second car as well, which is an SUV. SUV obviously consume a little bit more than sedan. So it usually costs us about $100 to fill the Highlander tank.
But again, to add on Osman's comments, Saint John is big, but like it's very convenient to, you know, go from place to another. Most of the places are nearby, right? Like my job would take me 8 minutes on the highway to reach. Osman's job, it was like 5 minutes to reach. So we don't end up putting gas a lot. It's almost every other week we would put gas. This includes commute to our jobs, commute to grocery stores, and run our errands and everything. So roughly for 2 cars with the way we commute, about $320 just for gas monthly.
Monthly.
Yeah.
And gas is not the only expenses when it comes to keeping the car. The big expense is insurance, and insurance is no joke in Canada. You have to have insurance.
And it's also very expensive too. Like it's not something you could hide. A month, so we're gonna talk about a situation where you're coming new to Canada, you have, let's say, a driver license from Pakistan or Tunisia, right? Those you're still gonna end up convert those. So you will take a road test, you will take the permit test, and then you will have the Canadian driver license. So you will have a newish experience in driving car, right? So then your car insurance will still be higher. For us, we were living in the States, we just converted our driver license, and they still took the experience that we lived in North America. So our car insurance is still a little bit cheaper than people who just arrived to Canada, because they take consideration our driving history. But with that, with two cars, we were still paying almost $250, $300 a month for two cars with the corporate discount, because Usman was working with the insurance company. So for people probably who doesn't have that discounts, who are just new here to Canada, for one car it will probably be $250 to $300. Again, this is a month. Again, this is the new year, so there's inflation. Things are really going expensive everywhere in the world because of COVID.
So next on the list is cell phone expenses. It's another important means of communication, because you cannot go without the cell phone nowadays. It's just like lifeblood. For us, we used to have Chatter as our cell phone carrier, but unfortunately they were going a little bit expensive almost every year. They send us bill and increase the price. So what I did, since I'm working with a corporate right now, so I'm eligible for discount from Bell. Bell provides corporate discount. So what I'm paying right now, it's about $55 a month plus tax with 15 gigabytes of data. And she is still with Chatter. She is getting less amount of data, but how much are you paying?
I think it's, you are paying, but it's $45 plus tax, and I get 6 gigs and unlimited talk throughout Canada and text to US. Our next discussion point is Wi-Fi. Obviously, a lot of people work from home nowadays, homeschooling as well because of COVID, so you really need a good Wi-Fi service. So when we came here, we got the Bell mobile Wi-Fi, Bell service Wi-Fi. It was about $120. They gave us promotion. It's only for 3 months or so, but still we were still paying almost $95 plus tax. And then at some point they raised the prices without even telling us, and that really makes me mad. At least they could have discussed it.
And when we called them to ask them why the prices are getting increased, there was no reasonable explanation to why these prices are going up. So therefore, it was a big strike on customer service as well. By no means all of these brands are sponsoring this video, but the reason why we are bringing this up so that we can add value. People who wants to come to Saint John New Brunswick, at least they have some idea what they are going to face.
So at that time we switched to Roger. They're giving us almost the same speed as Bell for $45 plus tax. And again, we work from home, we use streaming, our TV, music streaming and everything, and we never really had any issues with the Wi-Fi speed or upload or download. So that concludes the Wi-Fi expenses point. So it could go as low as $45 plus tax if you are with Roger, as high as $150 if you are with Bell. So basically, as a sum up for all of this, for one person who, let's say, will be taking the bus transportation, doesn't have car, so they're not gonna end up paying for gas or insurance, their monthly expenses will just be around $1,200, $1,100. Again, if they will be, instead of taking the bus, will have a car, which means they'll have to pay for insurance and gas, that will add up almost to $1,400, $1,500. It will depends on groceries and the way they live, okay? And then it will obviously be more and more for a couple, or for 3 people, or for 4 people. It will always depend, having 2 cars or 1 car. So we create this spreadsheet, we'll post it for you guys, and then you can play with the numbers and see what you come up with based on your lifestyle and how you do things.
So the average person in Saint John New Brunswick can easily live here because salaries and the wages here are very competitive. Especially this year 2022, they raised $2 in minimum wage in New Brunswick, which so now the total minimum wage is going to be $13.75, which I think it's pretty good, it's pretty fair. And also it depends upon how a person is living. If you are looking for more luxurious life, obviously it's going to cost you more. It will be hard to meet the ends if you are on a low budget salary or low budget wage, but if you want to live a comfortable life, I think this income is going to be more than enough. So the bonus tip that we were wanted to give you is the method of saving money, how you can save most amount of money. So the first tip that I want to give is having a PC Optimum card, because PC Optimum card, you can use it at 3 spots, which is first gas station, Esso gas station. If you are filling the gas, you can scan your PC Optimum card and they will give you point against that gas that you are filling. And then the grocery store like Atlantic Superstore, it is a very big grocery store where you can scan the PC Optimum card, and whatever grocery you are gonna buy, you are going to get maximum amount of points from PC Optimum card. And the third spot is Shopper drugstore. It's a pharmacy. Whatever you are buying from Shoppers, you can always scan your PC Optimum card. So at the end of the year, you can get up to $200 to $300 worth of PC Optimum point that you can use at the end of the year. And then besides that, you can also get credit cards as well. RBC credit card is giving you cash back on all the purchases you are doing. Especially if you are buying gas or doing grocery shopping, you can get points for that.
And we just heard that they always have credit cards for newcomers. So even though you don't have any credit history here in Canada, they have specific credit cards for people who just came into Canada. I mean, still with the low limit, but again, you're building your credit score. And
besides that, here's another tip. The more grocery store you will visit, you will have different prices. So for us, sometimes she will go to buy tomatoes, for example, not from Costco but other stores, just because they are $1 cheaper. I'm not sure why she would do that, because the amount of gas you are gonna spend, it's going to equal out, but this is how she is.
But something else I do and he doesn't understand is every time I go and I see something I need, it's on sale. Even though, let's say I go to Costco and I see they have rice on sale, even though I have rice in my pantry, but I know I might need it on the long term, I would just buy it now because it's on sale, right? Save up that $5 because Costco gives like $5 off of something, $10 off of something. So I always shop on sale. So again, as a newcomer here, you will still need a job to fulfill all of these expenses, right? As I have seen, and I have some international student and international friend who just came in, like within 2 weeks or so, they were able to find a job. I mean, Walmart is always hiring. All the fast food stores are always hiring. These are quick and convenient job that you can find almost after 2-3 weeks of arriving to Canada. But again, and if you are more of professional, you have a professional degree or a skill set that you need a specific job, I would always recommend you guys to apply online ahead of time, so when you arrive you find a job. And we will be talking again more on the job market of Saint John in our next video, so stay tuned for that. For now, we really hope that we gave you all the detailed information that could benefit you from making a decision, either moving to Saint John from a different province or moving to Saint John from outside the country. And always reach out to us if you guys need any questions to be answered. This is all information from our experience here living in Saint John, the way we live and the way we spend money.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm hoping that you have enjoyed this video and find value out of it. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you are new and who are already subscriber, thank you so much. Because of your support, we have made it this far.
Make sure you share this video to everyone or anyone you think it will be beneficial to them, either coming from outside or inside the country. Thank you so much for watching. See you next.